Go. I think this is working now. So, hello out there. This is the 2017 Sometimes We Get Thirsty Baseball Fantasy League Draft Order Lottery and the Division Realignment. So, this is Jesse Osborne talking, and the league commissioner, or also the Baltimore Osborns. And just to uh, pretty much everybody's stayed in the league from last year. Um, but just to explain what we're doing here, we're going in and we are going to figure out which who's drafting in what order next Saturday, the 25th. And what we do here is I just record the way in which I determine the snake order based upon the randomization in an Excel file. And so here I got an Excel file, and here are the standings of all last year. So we got so I came in first last year. Indefinite integral came in second. Satan's testicles. That's Andrew Amodio. If you may remember, Honey Nut Ichiro's was their previous name, and now they've changed it to Satan's testicles, which isn't to be confused with the other Andrew Atkinson, who are the Gopher Bowlers. Apparently, they both not only share the same name, but also have their affinity towards balls. Anyway, we got number 4, Zach Carlson with the You Ain't Getting Paid to Dance. They won last year in the championship. Congratulations again. They'll be defending. They came in fourth in the total standings there. And so here are the standings all the way from first to last. We only have one rookie this year. Patrick left the league. Patrick was the Flippin' Bats. And so we're welcoming back Mike Matthews from way out there in California. And his new team this year is called the Antioch Pipe Hitters. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Probably not. But Mike was one of the originals of the league, but then he left about 2 years ago, and so we're going to have to give him hell about that. But one of the things is that Mike may not remember or have any knowledge of is that we now stagger the lottery for draft selections. And so I've sliced the league into 4 different groups. Group 1, 2, 3, and 4, and each have a different differentiated probability for getting selected for a higher draft pick order. So Group 1, the people that went to the playoffs last year, only have a 5% chance of getting that number 1 spot. Group 2 has a 6% chance, Group 3, 7, and Group 4 with a 9% chance. Each one of these percentages or probabilities are related to the number 1 draft pick. As you know, as more people come off the board and get put in pick orders, those probabilities come up because there's less people, obviously. Anyway, so here we go. What I'm going to do is show you that I have a pivot chart here. This shows the number of records for each one of those teams. You can see that they line up with this table here. And what happens is I do a randomization, random between the numbers 2, which is because of row 2, and row 1001. So what that does is it tells us, so what it's going to do when I hit enter is it's going to pick a random number between those 2 digits, and I'm going to go to the row number, and whoever is on that row number that Excel picks here is gonna be our number one draft pick. And so here we are, 5 minutes into the video, and we're picking number one. As I hit enter here, boom, 375. So whoever's lucky number 375, I'll just go straight to 375 here. Hit enter, and it's win for Vin. So John George, who is sort of my nemesis, is going to be picking number one. That's great. That's wonderful. Congratulations, John. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so number one, John George is off the board. Win for Vin gets number one pick in our draft here. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take John off the board. All right, I think we're back now, and hopefully everything is good to go. I'm not sure what's up with the app that I'm using. I'm using the Xbox game recorder and just telling the app that Excel is a video game, and it just cut off. But now here, what I did is I eliminated Win for Vin off the board by just doing a select all on Win for Vin, and now I'm going to update the pivot table, and you see now there's only 945 records, and Win for Vin is off the board. And so now I'm going to plug in 2 to 945, or 946 actually, because there's one additional row, because the first row is a header. So I'm going to hit enter, 287, and so whoever's lucky number 287 gets number two off the, oops, that I need to define the cell, or the row. So 287, Zima Soup Ham Bone, and so Dave is lucky number 2, and we're going to be now Alright, I'm not sure what's going on with this app, and it really kind of sucks and it's pissing me off. But anyway, I'm going to try to stitch together these videos so it's one continuous long video. Hopefully I can do that within a movie maker or something. But I'm now getting rid of Ham Bone, because Ham Bone was selected as number 2 off the board. Alright, so I'm going to now refresh the pivot table. Ham Bone's off the board, and we have 890 rows left, and so I'm going to change the formula now to 891. Alright, and number 677 is the next lucky pick, and that is I Love LJ Hose. And so Matt Pagan got lucky number 3 here, and he'll be selecting number 3. Alright, so now I'm just going to be what am I doing? I gotta. Alright, we are back again, and I think I may have an understanding of why it keeps cutting out. And it's because the video recorder that I'm using cuts out when the screen, the app that you're using is not the focal app of the OS. And so what's happening is every time that I'm doing a search and a replace for people, a pop-up in Excel keeps taking focus off of the actual application of Excel, and so it's killing me here. So it's an issue that I unfortunately can't deal with right now, but what I did is I've taken LJ Hose off the board, And as you see, he disappears off of the board there, and so now there's 805 records. So what I'm going to do is jump over here, and there's 805 records. So I'm going to change this to 806. And lucky number 497 gets the next pick. And so 497 is the Cardinals. Almost the Baldy O's, but it's the Cardinals. And so I'm going to jump down there. So Tom will follow Matt Pagan. They actually know each other and pretty well. They went to school together, and so they're actually following each other here in the draft. And so congratulations, Tom. You'll pick number 4. So I don't want to open up I don't want to open up the find tool to find the Cardinals, and I can't remember what the hell row that I was just at. But I'm going to just quickly scroll through. That's not going to be very quick, is it? So it was pretty far down there, I'm pretty sure. That's kind of dumb as you guys are just watching. There it is, Cardinals. So now I'm going to take the Cardinals off the board by deleting their records. Alright, and I think, yeah, that's the problem, is every time I open up a find, use the find tool, it opens up a new pop-up window, and it takes the focus off the app, and then the video stops. And so I won't do that anymore, but I'll try to think of a better way of finding things. And so, okay, so pick number 5 now. So I'm gonna refresh. Let's see how many records we have. 740. So I'm going to change that to 741. So 508. Alright, I'm going to write it there, 508. Whoever's lucky number 508, it's going to be the Woodbridge Red Sox, and so that's Jason Travis. So congratulations, you got pick number 5, and that's right there in the sweet spot. I really kind of want that kind of I'm gonna go to a 508 again, and let's get rid of Jason's here. And so, and pick number 5 is really what I am kind of hoping for. I don't like to pick too early, and I don't like to pick too late, just right there in the middle. So I really like that. So maybe I'll even make some trade offers to Jason. Alright, he's off the board. We're on to pick number 6 now. We're going to refresh. Alright, who's next? We got 655 records still left. And we'll go ahead and change this now to 656, which is lucky number 308. A 308, who's that going to be? It's going to be Jack with the Chesapeake Dead Zones. He'll be picking number 6. That's also another really good spot in the draft there. Alright, I'm going to be taking Jack off the board here. Alright, and he's done. Go back up to the top, take our pivot table, and we'll update it. We got 590 left. Alright. Almost halfway done. 591. 460. So Whoever's lucky number 460. Who's that going to be? It's going to be Gary, the Idaho Burly Beards. Alright. Gary's got number 7 in the draft. That's a pretty decent spot. Gary is looking for a better year this year. Last year he was really bringing up the rear. He ran into a lot of trouble with injuries pretty much across the board in every position, and it was really kind of a train wreck there. But Gary knows his stuff. He's a big Cardinals fan. I'm sure he knows what to do with his strategy again this year. So now Gary's off the board, and how many we got? We got 505 left. Alright, and so change this to 506. Number 19, hey, that's going to be me. So I get to pick number 8 in the draft. Alright, so because A19, Baltimore Osborns, so boom. Alright, pretty happy with that. Alright, I can't delete the whole row because there's other contents on that row, so I'm just going to take I'm just going to delete me and then move everybody else up. Alright. So refresh, I'm off the board. Now 460. So 461. Alright, and that is number 45. That seems pretty high in the order too. Who is A45? It is Hellman. So indefinite integral is A45, and so he will pick 9th this year. And I'll go ahead and take Hellman off the board. Boom. And move everybody up. Alright. So refresh that. And we got 415 left. So make it 416. Whoever's 269, so 269. A269. Who's that going to be? It's going to be Baldios. And so Sarah is going to be taking number 10. I think that's about where she picked last year too. Somewhere in that region. What was it? 269. So A269. So I'm going to be going back there. Alright. So I'm going to be selecting all of Baldios off the board. And deleting them. Alright. And going back to the top, and we're going to be updating. Boom. How many we got? We got 350. So I'm going to change it to 351. So lucky number 40. That looks like Satan's testicles, right? Yeah. Alright, so Amodio is going to be taking number 11 there. And we'll get him off the board and push everybody else up. Alright, and so now with these last few spots, we got Zach, the defending champion, Go for Bowlers, Nasty Mustaches, Sean with the Jersey Rosenbaggers, and Mike Matthews. Mike has not had much luck right off the bat. He had the highest opportunity for number 1, and he's still on the board waiting for his position here. And so 120, is that Mike? I wonder. So A120, that is Go for Ballers. Still no Mike. Wow. Alright, and so Go for Ballers is off the board. What was it, 120? I think it was 120, right? Yeah, somewhere around there. Okay, so I'm going to take, congratulations, Andrew Atkinson, you're not picking last. Andrew also has trouble pretty much year to year with injuries and such, but he did really well last year. I think it was probably one of his best years. Alright, and so Andrew's off the board. Now let's refresh. Alright, and so we only got 4 teams left, and there's 250 records left. So, gonna change it to 251. 7. Who's lucky number 7 on the board? That's gonna be Zach. Wow. So even with the one of the most biggest chances for a good draft pick, Mike is really just getting leveled here. Alright, so Zach is now picking number 13 out of 16 to try to defend his crown. I'm going to push everybody else up, and we're going to refresh, get the new number. We got 205 records left. Okay, and 206. Record number 5. So who's number 5? That is Greg. So Greg will be picking number 14. And we're going to take Greg off the board. And so it's between Mike and Sean. And who's picking last? Alright, and so we'll refresh it one last time here. Between Mike and Sean, there's 150 records. So 151. Who is it going to be? It's going to be Sean. So Mike, having one of the greatest probabilities for a good draft pick, unfortunately fell flat in his re-debut. That's not a word. In his comeback to the league, he'll be picking last in our draft here. So there it is. Again, so John is going to be picking first, Dave second, Matt third, Tom fourth, Jason fifth, Jack sixth, Gary 7, me 8, Hillman 9, Sarah 10, Andrew Amodio 11th, Andrew Atkinson 12th, Zach number 13, Greg 14, Sean 15, and number 16 is Mike. Alright, and so now we're going to quickly do division realignment to see who's going to be shuffled into the different divisions. And so this year we had a vote that a proposed change that went through. The people that went to the playoffs last year will be shuffled into the same division, Division A, while everybody else is going to be shuffled by randomization. And so for each of these teams now, I'm going to do a ran between of 2 and 4 because Division A is number 1, Division 2 or B is number 2, Division C is 3, and Division D is 4. And so I'm just going to keep picking people off here, going down the list. And so Nasty Mustaches will go into, they got a 4, and so they're going into Division D. So there they go. So I'm just doing it again here, and Hambone is going to be going into Division C. Got a 3. And go down the list there. Okay, and Go for Ballers is also C. And Win for Vin is going to be going into Division D with Greg. We don't have anybody going into Division B yet. Jersey Rosenbacher is going to join Greg and John in Division D. And Jack is going to go into Division 3, or C. Well, we haven't had anybody go into Division B yet. Baldy O's. Now Division 3 is filled up. And so Division C is filled up. And so I'm just going to be between two. Well, I'm going to make it either 2 or 3. And 2 is going to be Division B, and 3 is going to be the last pick in Division D. So there, Division 2, the Cardinals is going to be heading up Division B. And boom. Woodbridge is going to be filling out Division D. Alright, and so the rest of the hitters here are going to be shuffled into Division B. And so, alright, there's your new divisions. And alright, I'm going to finally sign off the video here. It's been long enough, and I'm going to try to stitch all the videos together so it runs continuously, but can't promise that. I gotta figure that out. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you next weekend for the draft. So I'll have the draft party here at my house in Burtonsville. It's a new house. I got a pretty good connection here, and so anybody and everybody is welcome to come by. We're going to have pizza, wings, and bourbon and beer, so please come on by if you got the time and you can make it. Hope to see you then. All right.